What is going on, Jet fans? Matt O'Leary back with another video. In today's video, I want to get into NFL insider Deanna Rossini. She made a suggestion what the New York Jets should do, or maybe not as much should do, but something she could see happening with the New York Jets, and we got to discuss. So on her program, Deanna Rossini suggests the New York Jets should hire Mike McCarthy.
I've seen some chatter about, could Mike McCarthy go to New York? Would Aaron Rodgers want to go back with his former head coach at Green Bay?
Okay, you're blowing my mind right now.
Put yourself in Aaron's shoes, all right? You just experienced a disastrous 2 years. From the firings to the ownership decisions to just the dysfunction that is the New York Jets. You're not really used to that, right? You just were in Green Bay where you're beloved, you're a hero, you're worshipped, and you had success. It wasn't perfect, but you had success. How quick are you to run back to what you know? This is already a quarterback who likes familiarity. Look at who he's brought to New York. Who is he most familiar with? Mike McCarthy.
Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, first, I'm not the biggest Deanna Rossini fan. I think especially during the Aaron Rodgers era, things kind of began to take a turn, and I feel like she likes to stick it to Rodgers and the Jets a little bit. So I wonder how much this is an actual belief versus like just rooting for the chaos to continue. But a couple of thoughts here. One, please don't let Aaron Rodgers be the one making the call at head coach. That's so dumb. Look, if he wants to come back in 2025, if we're going to do this game again in 2025, at least make him aware, like, all right, you're going to be here one more year. We have to worry about like this year and beyond. It's not just, oh, one more, like last dance Jets again in 2025. No, it's got to be, we got to have a plan for now and also the future. And that future will not involve Aaron Rodgers in 2026 and beyond. So like, sorry, Aaron, you could be here if you want to be here, but if not, we'll be fine moving on, sort of a thing. And that does not include Aaron Rodgers being like, okay, yeah, bring back my old head coach from when I won a Super Bowl in Green Bay 15 years ago. In addition to hating the idea of bringing Aaron Rodgers' former head coach back, just because of how poorly it's gone with Alan Lazard, Randall Cobb, Devontae Adams, and pretty much anybody else that's come in here, Mike McCarthy's a horrible coach, and he's been bad for a very, very long time. And I know you'll see, like, looking at his Dallas Cowboys tenure, you go, wow, they had 3 straight 12-5 years. You're telling me you won't sign up for 12-5? Who are the Jets who've been terrible and missed the playoffs? It's earned their nose up at the coach who's made the playoffs and has been, won games and been 12-5 the last few years. On and on and on it goes. You know how it is on the internet. You know how it gets in the comment section. But I want to talk about why things have been bad for Mike McCarthy, even in Dallas. Look at these results. People are making thousands every month betting on sports completely risk-free. The secret, they're using OddsJam. OddsJam isn't just another betting app on the market. It's turning the entire system in your favor. Here's how. OddsJam uses arbitrage betting. They find odds differences across sports books. You bet both sides, and no matter the outcome, you will profit. Here's a good example. If you bet $500 on Boise State in this example to win on FanDuel and $335 on the opponent San Francisco on DraftKings, you're guaranteed, no matter who wins, to make $50. It's that simple. With OddsJam's mobile app, you'll get real-time alerts on these opportunities every day. People are making thousands monthly, and to get you started, use code O'Leary for 35% off and a 7-day free trial. I'll guarantee that you profit during the trial, but if you don't, for whatever reason, cancel with one click, no questions asked. Don't leave money on the table. Go to oddsjam.com, use code O'Leary, and start making money the smart way. Ask a Cowboys fan how they feel about Mike McCarthy. Ask them if they think that if Mike McCarthy has held them back at any point in the 5 years that he's been there as the head coach. Also, you'll see a 1-3 playoff record. The only playoff win that Mike McCarthy has is against Todd Bowles and a decrepit Tom Brady in the playoffs in Tom Brady's final game in the NFL. That's the only playoff win that he's had. And then sure, you'll go, well, he won a Super Bowl. The same thing that people are saying about John Gruden, who won one damn 20 years ago. You're getting the Mike McCarthy won a Super Bowl 15 years ago crowd. And that's just not good enough. This is a what have you done for me lately league. And there's a lot of really red flags about this guy, and it's been present for a long time. I think he's way too conservative as a head coach. I think his teams are very undisciplined. One of the biggest issues with this Jets team is they are undisciplined. Look at the Cowboys. Year over year over year, they are one of the most penalized teams in the NFL. Number 3, yes, he's an offensive mind, but he's not a very good play caller. He's not. The Cowboys offense was better when Kellen Moore was calling plays. The Packers offense got really bad down the stretch with Aaron Rodgers the last 2 years Mike McCarthy was there. Then in comes new innovative offensive coach Matt LaFleur, and look at how things changed in 2019, 20, and 21 and 22 before Aaron Rodgers ends up leaving. And this is not a new opinion. Like, going back to my earliest of videos, I've been saying I didn't want Mike McCarthy going back to the 2019 head coaching cycle. We're living in a time loop, folks. It's 6 years later, going on 6 years later, and we're still kicking around the same coaching names. Look at this. I pulled a clip from it. I was still working in a college at that point. I was getting ready to go to open house after this video and try to pitch kids to come into the broadcasting department that I helped run.
Everyone is saying Mike McCarthy, Mike McCarthy, Mike McCarthy, and he was an option for the Jets. Last year, they decided to go with Adam Gase, obviously a mistake, but why don't I want Mike McCarthy? A few reasons, actually. The thing that everyone says is, oh, he won a Super Bowl in 2010. It's a long time ago. That's going to be a decade ago at this point. And the league has changed a lot since 2010. And Mike McCarthy really didn't change. He didn't adapt. What I want to look at really is the last 2 years, 2018, 2017, with Mike McCarthy as the coach. In 2018, his offense eclipsed 30 points just twice. And his offense had less than 25 points 5 times.
It's not a wise decision. It's just not. And I know that some are going to be on that side because they want an offensive mind and they want someone who has experience. I get that. I understand having some things that you want, the boxes you want to check on your future head coach and wanting to go on an offensive side and wanting to go with someone who has experience. But if they aren't good, then I don't think, don't set the bar so low. It can't just be he's coached games in the NFL before and is a former offensive coach. How has he been as a play caller? How has his offenses been? Are they stagnant? Are they stuck in the early 2000s? Or has he adapted and have they gotten better over time? Has his teams got up in big moments? Or have they come out flat in playoff games and in important games and must-win games? That's what I'm looking at. And Mike McCarthy is not that guy. He is not the guy that you want. Guys, that'll do it for me in this one. Let me know your thoughts. I'm Matt O'Leary, and I'll catch you next time.